So this is the MAT 2019 question 1 part E. Now, as soon as we see this kind of idea of straight lines as a solution to functions with trig, where you've got a trig function of the y and the x, it often ends up to do with the periodicity of sine and cos. So kind of looking to see if we can make it so that we've got a function of x equals the same function of y. Or there might be other things we can do as well. Now, one of the things you might be drawn into here is the difference to squares. So you could have sine y minus sine x equals, and then difference to squares, cos x minus cos y, and then times by cos x plus cos y. Now, this is a little bit annoying because you've got cos x minus cos y rather than sine. On the other side, you've got the sine y minus sine x. So there's a similarity there. So we kind of think, well, if we add it in sine squared instead of cos squared, would that be better? But if we put it in sine squared, we end up with sine y minus sine x equals, and then we replace cos squared with 1 minus sine squared, and cos squared y with 1 minus sine squared y. And then you end up with sine squared y minus cos squared y, which then again we can use difference to squares to get sine y minus, sorry, I've written cos there, I meant to write sine y minus sine, and I should have written x, not y, sorry, don't record videos at night, times by sine y plus sine x. Now, when you look at this, you can see, well, clearly that seems to be that we could divide sine y minus sine x. But of course, if that equals 0, then we've got a problem. But one solution to this equation will be held true if sine y equals sine x, because then we just have 0 on the left and 0 on the right. Now, sine y equals sine x is going to be true for infinitely many straight lines, because of course you've got essentially, if x equals y, then it's true. If x equals y plus 2 pi or 360, then it's true. If x equals y plus 4 pi, then it's true. If x equals basically y plus 2n pi, it is true. So there is definitely going to be infinitely many straight lines. Another way you could do it is, once you get to here, you don't need to bother with the whole difference to squares. You can just rearrange it to put your y's on one side and your x's on the other. So you get sine y minus sine squared y equals sine x minus sine squared x. So clearly x equals y is a solution to that. And then again, by the periodicity, we've got infinitely many solutions. So I mean, they're almost equivalent to what I've done there. Just one of them is, taking the idea of sine y equals sine x definitely satisfies it, whereas here we've got sine, the longer function. Okay, I hope that helps. Let me know if it doesn't.